Thank you, Kate. A young girl, 11 years old, who lives next door is curious about the heavens, the stars and the planets, the constellations. So one day I asked her, what happens to all the nighttime stars during the day? She thought for a moment and then responded, they move to the other side of the earth. Not a bad intuitive answer, but not without some sense of truth. Early humans observed that the sun rose in the east, traveled across the sky, set in the west. The obvious intuitive explanation was that the sun revolved around the earth. Well, the sun is in fact a star that we are able to see during the daytime, and it is the answer to the question of why we can't see the stars during the day. The stars are still there, but the bright light of the sun overwhelms the faint light of the stars. But there is another source of light that is increasingly overwhelming the faint lights in the night sky, blocking our ability to observe stars, planets, and other galaxies. The other source of light is created by humans. Ever since Edison's first electric light bulb in 1879, electric lights have proliferated across the planet. In developed urban areas, this light can overwhelm all but the brightest of stars. Pause here in North America. I grew up in a suburb of Pittsburgh over a century ago, half a century, not a century, half a century. Even then, the urban lights interfered with my observation of the night sky. So I don't know, Pittsburgh, somewhere around there. But my grandfather lived on a 60-acre farm, 90 miles north of Pittsburgh, where I would visit during the summer. I now recall that this was the first time and place that I saw the brilliant cloud of the Milky Way rise in the east and slowly travel across the night sky. This cloud of stars, the Milky Way, has prompted human wonderings and imaginings for millennia. That experience nurtured my curiosity about the heavens, inspiring me to read and learn more about the stars and planets. I wonder now how many children will have a similar opportunity as the urban and suburban sprawl gobbles up more of the natural environment. According to a global atlas of light pollution, 1/3 of all humanity and 80% of Americans have not experienced the Milky Way. Just as air and water pollution degrade the natural purity of our atmosphere and our water, this man-made light degrades the purity of the night sky, and it's not unreasonable to label it as a pollutant. This graphic shows global light pollution. Black areas are very close to natural light. Yellow shows areas where artificial sky brightness exceeds 50% of natural, the point at which the winter Milky Way would no longer be visible. In areas that appear red, people never experience true night because it is masked by artificial sky glow. So let's stop again at North America. So anybody who's in a red or a white has no opportunity to ever see the Milky Way. The sky is just too polluted with natural light or man-made light. Chris Elfridge, a scientist with NOAA, has said, and I quote, "We've got a whole generation of people in the United States who have never seen the Milky Way. It's a big part of our connection to the cosmos, and it's been lost. There are only a few pockets of dark sky available to us east of the Mississippi. We are fortunate to have one of them here in Pennsylvania. Located in the northern center of the state is Cherry Springs State Park, which has earned the designation as a dark sky park. The mountaintop viewing field would fall into the blue category on this map, not the absolute black sky, but pretty close. So Cherry Springs is right about there, that large blue dot there in the central part of Pennsylvania. In 1889, just 10 years after Edison's light bulb, another man looked to the heavens and poured his enchantment onto canvas. In a letter to his brother Theo, Van Gogh wrote, "But the sight of the stars always makes me dream." In the 1¼ centuries since Van Gogh looked to the heavens and dreamed, electric lights have proliferated across the planet, polluting the night sky, making it ever more difficult for us to look to the heavens and dream.